Welcome back again. I am Rick Titball. Thank you again for joining us on Dayline. Once again, I have special guest Marc Amundsen here. Marc Amundsen is from Green Bay, Wisconsin. We interviewed him before. The interview went over so well, we've decided to have him back again. Marc, it's great to have you back. Thanks for being here. Hey, tell us again, how was your year? Can you give us a recap of what happened for you? Well, I'll tell you that this year was an amazing one. There was a lot of places that I got to go that were new, places I got to fly and really go experience and enjoy. One of the best ones was definitely getting to go down to fly in Florida. I also flew my paramotor, or shipped it out to California to the Black Hawk Ranch for the fly-in in April, and got to meet some incredible people. Got to do flying in the mountainous terrain of Valley Springs, and that was definitely a magical place to get to be able to fly. Other than that, I got a couple new paramotors, got a new chainsaw, work's been great, made a whole bunch of videos this year. All in all, it was a really positive year, fun for flying, able to stay safe, and enjoy really the coolest form of personal flight. That sounds absolutely amazing. If you had to pick from your year one flight that really stands out as you as the best flight of the year, which flight would that have been? Oh, if I had to just pick one flight from the entire year. Wow, I would definitely say that flying in the mass fly-in arrival at EAA was certainly cool with all the pilots around. All of those flights were great, but there really was one in particular. When I was out in California, one afternoon, it was just beautiful conditions. I got to go flying around, and there's these rolling hills with sparse trees in there, and I was kind of flying by myself. All the other pilots were off in different directions, and it was an incredible flight. I was swooping between the trees, doing slaloming on my 22 Nitro, and it was an absolute blast. That flight, to me, really sticks out as one of the best that I learned the most, but there was so many incredible flights. That one I really think was a lot of fun, though. Excellent. Sounds like year 3 has been a busy one for you with new paramotors. Also, it says here that you have some new paramotor swag that you're going to be selling that you have for sale. Tell the audience a little bit about what you have available and where you can find that. Oh yeah, there was a request for some stickers the other day, so I saw a design that I really liked and came up with 9 different designs. These are the Paramotor Pilot stickers right here. They say pilot, some don't say pilot, some have a cloud background. They come in 3 different colors. If you're interested in picking these up, you can find them on eBay. I'll put the link down below here. But just really cool stickers made out of a high quality material. They can go inside, outside, and something I really liked. I saw a lot of the other stickers out there and they were real cartoony or just not really, you know, didn't look like a paramotor. So this definitely looks like a paramotor. I love that it says pilot too, because it's one of the coolest things is that we get to fly. So this is a little bit of the swag. Definitely want to come out with a couple different t-shirt designs also. The paramotoring community is so big and people like to have gear, stickers, things like that. So perfect way to do it. Ah, excellent. All right, everybody learns a lot from paramotor crashes and accidents. 2017, how did it go for you? Did you have any incidents or any close calls at all while out flying the paramotor that you'd care to share with us? Ooh, yeah, I did have a couple close calls here. One was the hot and hard landing video when I came in between 2 vehicles, and my brother was recording with the GoPro, so I figured I was going to try to come in. I came in under a little oscillation, and most of the time you instinctively put an arm out in the wrong direction. I learned from Mike Robinson at EAA, it's right to just, if you're swinging like that, you got to keep your hand in and don't stick your hand out when it feels like you're going that way. So one was that close call. I know at EAA everybody was landing downwind on the mass fly-in. Ran that one out perfect. That was a good landing, but a lot of people went down there. And just the other day I was going to launch in an icy parking lot. Ooh, I had a close call there. Kind of wiped out a little bit. No real damage to the paramotor or anything, but I had a super tight takeoff between a building and a tree. Wasn't the safest scenario to be taken off from, but in winter you don't have many options. So that could have been a lot more dangerous than what it ended up being. Other than that, overall a very safe year. It's good just to get up there, take off, enjoy the skies, get back on the ground safely every time. And a lot of that I find is just your area that you take off from and the knowledge and confidence in taking off. Well, it sounds like any landing that you can walk away from is a good one. Any landing where your gear doesn't get broken is a great one. Congratulations on another safe and good year in 2017. Hopefully 2018 is more of the same. All right, now we have to take a break. Join us after for more conversations with Marc Amundsen. and cut. All right. Well, Marc, how's everything going this winter? It seems pretty cold out there for flying. Have you gotten the chance to get out there and do any flying? Thanks, Mike. Oh, yeah, winter. It's been so cold outside. Oh, man, rough to be able to go out and fly when it's this cold, but ice fishing, snowboarding, everything else is going good. I enjoy getting to do that stuff. Oh, and we're back from break in 3, 2, and welcome back again. We are here with Marc Amundsen, paramotor pilot from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and so much more than a paramotor pilot. Sounds like this year when you're out at the Blackhawk flying, that you got to spend a little time on Fox 40 News talking about paramotors. Tell us how that went. Yeah, that was a pretty cool experience. That was out again at the flying. We went into Sacramento and Fox 40 News was there. We had just talked about the flying and had the paramotors on our back, and it was fun to be on the news. It was live news. It was with Joe Hall, Heidi Lee, Mike Robinson. It was nice to be able to just talk about the sport, talk about flying. I didn't say too much in the interview. I was just there to look good and put the paramotor on my back. So it was fun. It was good getting to be on there. It was a cool experience. Excellent. Any opportunity to get your sport out there in front of people is a good one. Sounds like you guys did a really good job with that interview, and it looked like a lot of fun as always also. Oh, so once again this year, Marc, you were at EAA for your, what was it, 3rd year? And can you share some stories? It seemed like this was another incredible year. Give us a little insight. You were there for the entire week. Tell us some stories about EAA that you care to share. Oh, EAA. Definitely one of my favorite weeks of the entire year. There's so much aviation-related things. All the pilots are there. A lot of fun. So let's see some stories from this year. Holy moly, this year was amazing. Definitely that mass flying was a blast. If you were part of it, you know how much fun it was. That sky was crowded with pilots. There was people everywhere. That was probably one of the coolest things. Also, getting to just hang out with the other Marc Zinkel and Nancy and the other pilots from the acro team were around. The Martin family were there. It was good to hang out with Ethan and Adriel and all the Martins. That was really cool. Also, just the nightlife at EAA was a blast. Getting to go out, partied up at the bars a little bit and rub elbows with other pilots from around the world. Definitely an awesome time too. And I picked up the flight suit at EAA, so that was one of the coolest things. Marc Zinkel, Marc, he talked me into getting that flight suit and the hat, and I have actually found it to be quite useful. Look forward to seeing a lot more videos with the flight suit in the next year when it warms up a little bit. But that pretty much sums up EAA. All around awesome experience. Just getting to be there the entire week, hanging out with friends is always a blast. Awesome. And will you be back at EAA in 2018? Oh yeah, I will definitely be back again this year for sure. I look forward to hanging out with everybody there. If you haven't been to EAA yet, I strongly encourage it. It's in Oshkosh, Wisconsin every year. It's a blast. Week long, bring your paramotor, do some flying in, but really just get to hang out for the week with pilots and make friends. So very cool experience. I'll be back there again and again. That sounds like a great time. EAA, Experimental Aircraft Association, Oshkosh, Wisconsin, world's largest fly-in, and the paramotors are really making a big splash on the scene with your mass fly-in this year and the nighttime shows. Sounds like that's going over really well. Keep up the good work on that, Marc. Now, let's get into a little tech talk. Could you describe to us, Marc, what does it take to get a nice, safe launch, to get off the ground safely? Some people that are out there are already pilots, and some people haven't been flying at all. Kind of just go through the steps of what does it take for a person wearing a paramotor to get off the ground? Yeah, absolutely. Forward launching, reverse launching paramotors is how you get yourself into the air, whether it's foot or the quad one, it's going to be a forward launch. But kind of specifically, it comes down to a few different things. Selecting a target that you're going to be running towards, timing, when you get onto the gas, how you get underneath the wing, staying underneath the wing, committing to it, committing to the throttle and running forward once it's going. Taxiing, keeping that glider above you as you go to take off, means if it goes one way, you have to run underneath it. You can run underneath it, you can pull a little brake, but mainly you want to just stay underneath it. That's called the taxiing portion. Then getting on that power. Getting on the power, letting that motor push you forward and having good posture, nice upright, keeping the hands up and running, getting on that throttle. And then really at the end, it is pulling a little tiny bit of brakes just to get you lifted off the ground, lifting off safely, And once you get up, you can get comfortable into your seat. You can let go of the brake toggles, all of that. But just getting off the ground safely is the main part of it. Those are the steps, and that's what happens in training. You go through each one of those steps very thoroughly to confidently get you off the ground. All right, Mark, can you describe to us what would be your dream flight? Who would you go with? Where would you be flying? What would you be up to? Just kind of sum that up for us. Ooh, this is a fun one. Let's see, I can get creative here. Here's my dream flight. Me, Kurt Pfister, Del Shanzi, Kyle O'Glee, Tucker Gott. We fly into North Korea with an objective. We've got all of our tactical gear. We need to go in there and we need to take out some leaders. So we all go in. Kyle O'Glee is, obviously, he's on sniper patrol. Kurt and Del are explosive experts, and they always have guns. So they can do the infantry work. Tucker and I precision fly in, place some booby trap explosives in the leader's compound. Everything goes as planned. We evacuate. All of a sudden, we got crazy winds. We all take off, swirling around. We climb up to 10,000 feet, fly back out, all the way back across the Pacific, land in California. We all hang out, have a cool brunch, and then we post videos of it on YouTube, and then everybody comments on it and argues about who was the best. That's my dream flight. I think that's going to be a good one. So if you guys just give me a ring if you want to make this happen. That sounds like quite the adventure. I hope that happens for you, because that would make a great video. Make sure, contact those people and see if you can make it happen. You did a couple of videos this year where you collaborated with another pilot, Joe Hall. Are there any other pilots out there that you would like to be collaborating on or doing different videos with this year for the paramotor community? More video collaborations. I want to do collaborations with all the other pilots out there that are, interested in just making fun things. Marc Zinkle and I had talked about, Joe Hall and I made those paramotor series videos. Kyle, Tucker, any of those guys, James Campbell. Fun to do video collaborations just with different, like, what's your takeoff method? How do you store your gear? How'd you get into it? I think all of that stuff is awesome to have. It's nice to have somebody to talk to on interviews. Like, I wouldn't want to just sit here talking to myself. That would be weird. So it's nice to have somebody else to talk with. That's kind of who I'd like to collaborate with. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again to Marc Amundsen, paramotor pilot, adventurist, all-around cool guy, for being with us again. I am Rick Titball. We hope you enjoy your holiday season. Have a great new year and safe blue skies out there to everyone. And now we're going to take it away to the weather desk. Nice job. Good interview again, Marc. It's always fun having you along. Yeah, that was pretty good. Thanks for having me back again, Rick. I always look forward to coming in and interviewing with you. And once it warms up a little bit, I'm sure we could get out flying. Hey, if you ever want to come out flying, I got that quad. I can get you up in the air. Well, you should bundle up and get out there and do a little bit of flying, because we want to see some more videos. So get your butt out there. See you later.